Hello Gemini and welcome to Soul Sundays. Gemini, it's a quick 3-card spread, one for your mind, body and soul for your week ahead. So let's get started. Universe and angels, messages and guides, my higher self, I call upon you now to give me a clear and accurate reading for the sign of Gemini. Please show me what they need to hear, not what they want to hear for their week ahead. Can I please have 3 cards, one for mind, body and soul? I'm going to take both of them. I try to keep these readings straightforward, but often when I get 2 cards that come out like that, the messages take them both alleys. So you get 2 this week, Gemini. For your mindset, some major energy going on for you. I think your message for last week was about clearing your head. It was about really needing to clear away so you can see clearly. You've pulled the 10, or the wheel of fortune. And you've pulled the 10 of angels, 2 10s, a cycle completing. It doesn't surprise me, to be fair, because you've been going through so much transformative energy this year to get you to this point. You've had Mercury direct, so your ruler, your sign, in retrograde for the past couple of weeks. It happens 3 times a year, but every year it causes you to go into flux. This is asking you to make some changes now. You're on the verge of having a breakthrough, okay? Really beautiful cards here, Gemini, so I'll get stuck into it. Good news is Mercury, your ruler, is going direct on the 20th, so in a couple of days after filming this reading. But I really want to focus on this energy because that's what's going to happen once it does go through. You've drawn 2 10s. Like I said, I try and keep these readings simple, but they were meant to come out together. It's like a double whammy of message. You've drawn the 10 of Major Arcana, which stands for the Wheel of Fortune, and then the 10 of Swords, or the 10 of Angels in this deck, which is mental anguish, okay? In traditional tarot, this particular card shows someone who's lying face down in the mud who has 10 swords in their back. It's quite a bleak drawing, if I'm honest. There's no other way to kind of describe it. Someone's face down, they're literally the wounded soldier. It's like, how many more knives in my back could I get? But you've needed to go through this process. Some of it you've brought upon yourself, some of it has been karmic lessons, and some of it has also been about allowing people to get into that inner part of you and allowing them to get that close to be able to do that so that you could awaken to the true person you're meant to be. The card of surrender only comes through before what? A breakthrough. It's really beautiful energy to see them together. So positive. The best thing that I can describe about this reading is that the hard times are over now, Gemini. This is what you're walking towards, like a butterfly, a little coming out of the chrysalis of the cocoon. It's like rising again. It's not a phoenix rising from the ashes. It's more of a gentler energy. The card, the Wheel of Fortune on its own, speaks about karma turning in your favor, and it's in the upright. So, everything works in cycles in this lifetime, and the negative stuff is about to end. I just want to read you a couple of passages from this book so you can get the combination of what I'm telling you. And it doesn't surprise me. We've had a full moon in Taurus, so, that's the completion of something, and now we've got Mercury going direct for you. The energy's shifting, and this is why I was saying clear your head last week for your message, because it was all about needing to clear anything that was lingering. The card of surrender talks and says things aren't always what they seem. A difficult situation is a blessing in disguise. I know it's easy for me to say that on the other side of the camera, but that's what the card represents. And it literally, the card says, it points to an unexpected situation. The effort of pushing against something unwanted has left you exhausted. Give up control so that healing can begin and something new can be birthed. And that's where this card comes in, the Major Arcana trump card of the Wheel of Fortune, of breakthrough. This is a beautiful card. You are so lucky to have this in your reading, but it's almost like perfect synchronicity because you can't have a breakthrough until you've gone through the path of surrender. Breakthrough, right? The description says, here is a great leap forward in your life. Just as the invention of the wheel was a breakthrough for humanity, this is an illuminating, defining time for you. But I can't even speak this morning. Mercury, I'm blaming it on Mercury. So it's talking to you about encouraging and embracing new experiences, okay? And it says, now is the time to try all those things you've wanted to do. Some doors are closing, but others are opening as new opportunities present themselves. So for some of you, this could be relating to work. You could be giving up a job. You could be quitting a job to go into something new. It's really up to yourself. It says, embrace change and look to the future rather than lamenting on the old. This card may be asking you to move on from a situation or individual you have outgrown, but you are hanging on too tightly. The wheel turns constantly. What has worked in the past is not working now. Your instincts are connected to the rhythm of the universe. Listen to your inner voice to find a way forward. Take a breath and relax, for the best is yet to come. Ooh, and is it ever? The card that you've drawn for your spiritual message, I'm going to jump to this right now, is that of magnetism. So one of the incredible things about your sign is that a lot of people speak negatively about having split personalities and all of this kind of thing. I think it's fantastic because not only do you have this witty charm and self, you have the ability to pull yourself in literally two different directions and see things clearly. And this week, as you're going through this mental change and acceptance and breakthrough, you're surrendering to what has, your magnetism is going to be in an all-time high. Venus is entering Capricorn, I believe, on the 25th of November, so it's going into next week. But as that shift happens, you'll start to feel that, you've got your groove back a little bit. You're starting to draw back in what's meant for you. And that can only happen once you go through this process, right? So the mental message for you this week is just surrender to what hasn't worked and just go, you know what, it didn't work, it's not for me, I move on, let it go. Not easy for you to do, by the way, but it's important for you to do because that's when you're going to have this breakthrough and attract new good fortune, good luck. This is the card of good fortune and good luck, by the way, if I haven't said that already. And when you do that, you start vibing back high, your beautiful, bubbly self, right? And this talks about magnetism, attraction of opposites, actually being able to draw someone in through better judgment. So you're in a better place to see things clearly now, okay? Somehow feeling responsible for something that was out of your control, but don't be. Generate a positively charged self-image through conscious affirmative action. A petty annoyance builds and may become detrimental to your environment unless you choose to act now. Deflect irritation with a force field of confidence and charisma like only you can. Duality is an illusion. There is another option. So basically, if I could sum it up for you, it's saying love is a magnetic force and it extends from the heart of all things. So when you are able to accept a situation, accept your role in it, let it go, accept the breakthrough and what it's done, why it's come through and what it's meant to teach you, then you're going to be able to have this, the magnetism, to be able to pull love back in. And whether that's in a romantic sense or whether that's in a family kind of sense, whether it's in a friend's kind of sense, you'll know which one it is for you. And if you want to help the process along even more, your physical body message for this week is to stretch, okay? If you take yoga and you haven't done so for a while, this is a message to get out there and take another class. Maybe for you, it's all about doing some physio. Maybe it's just about actually doing some stretches in the morning with your neck and with your body, but that will aid in this whole process as you're going through this beautiful transformation and breakthrough and bringing back your sexy selves. Who's bringing sexy back? You are, Gemini. I wish you a fantastic week ahead. Take care, my loves.